From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Cascade Paint & Supply is Reading's oldest family-owned paint store, established in 1953. We are the largest Dunn Edwards dealer in the nation, and most of our products are made in the U.S. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to answer your questions and help you today.
Well, weather is the primary focus here at Weather NorCal. That's why it's called Weather NorCal. But there's some great programming in there as well that you can check out. I like to have a little bit of fun, get out in the community, like Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals. I hang out with Sharon Clay and the animals. You learn a little something, and you have a little fun along the way. We also learned something about local agriculture in this area. It has a big impact on us in the economy, and this is a great resource to check out. And you can watch all of the episodes. By the way, for Turtle Bay, you go to weathernorcal.com, click on the Animal Family segment. You go to NorCal Ag Report, weathernorcal.com, click on Ag Report. You can also get both of those reports from the free Weather NorCal app. All right, so it's not going to be as hot this weekend, but we do have isolated showers and thunderstorms in the mountains with a slightly weaker heat wave, but a heat wave nonetheless to start off next week, but then cooler weather. So yeah, we're doing a little bit of this with those daytime high temperatures, that is. And we look at your neighborhood forecast for tomorrow. Look at this. We're finally, for quite a while, we're going to break away from that triple-digit heat for the valley. So we're talking mid to upper 90s tomorrow, and the mountains still warm though. I mean 80s, even some low 90s in there. And for the coast, obviously the cooler spot. Even a chance for some showers and thunderstorms again for Siskiyou, Modoc, and the eastern mountains. So the winds will generally be from the south in the valley, from the west in the eastern mountains, and from the north for the coast and Siskiyou County. That'll be the trend for the next 3 days. And you'll notice, starting off the morning hours, fairly calm winds. Now, we're not looking at any major wind events, but you'll notice through the afternoons that we're seeing the winds begin to pick up, a little bit on the breezy side, if you will. Again, fairly calm winds Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. The winds pick up a little bit here, afternoon breezy conditions here. That's through the weekend. We take a look at the fire weather risk. It's actually dropping. Temperatures are dropping. Humidity levels are going up slightly. And wind's not that big of an issue. So yeah, we're still looking at the high fire danger. That's kind of in those oranges here. That's for Saturday. As we go into Sunday, check this out. Mainly looking at yellows. Looks like the extreme north end of the valley may be closer to that high end, but you see how we're just seeing those better conditions. Now that all being said, this is that time of the year or every day as we get closer and closer to summer and get into summer. We need to do everything every day that we can to make sure we don't start any new fires. So that's just something to kind of take into account. But at least conditions aren't as favorable for fires. All right, now the heat. This is something we've been dealing with this week, right? We're actually getting a break from it over the weekend. A lot of minor to moderate in that heat risk. More of the same on Sunday. In fact, more of that minor heat risk for Sunday. But look at this. By Monday, we're starting it off with another heat wave. Mainly looking at the moderate, but some major heat risk in there. So you just need to be careful. Again, just give yourself a little bit more water, more breaks if you have to work outside. Tuesday, still pretty hot out there. And then as we go into your Wednesday, you'll notice we're breaking away from the major category and then getting more in that moderate category and even into the minor category towards the end of next week. So let's take a look at the big picture. We have this heat that's been impacting our weather this week. That's why we've had these hot temperatures. Now, we've got this area of low pressure off to our west, a storm system that's going to be riding over that ridge and pushing into Canada. That is suppressing this heat, pushing it down to the south. Now, there's another pocket of heat off to our south and west that's going to try to build in early next week. So as you can see, as we go into Monday, Tuesday, there's that heat. There's more heat down to our south and east. And we have this very weak, broad ridge of high pressure. So the heat is going to be expanding in our region. I'm expecting over 100 degrees for the valley, for most of the valley, as we go into Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday of next week. But I don't think it's going to be quite as hot as we saw this week. So probably 103, 104, 105 might be pushing it. And it's all thanks to these storm systems riding to our north, and that's suppressing the heat. So instead of having this nice big ridge of high pressure, it's been flattened out. And as a result, our temperatures aren't as hot. So that cooler air rides up over that ridge of high pressure. And look at this. By the end of next week, Thursday, Friday, into that next Saturday, not tomorrow, but that next Saturday, look at this nice trough of low pressure that's got some cooler air associated with it, and that is going to push that heat even more to our south, and we finally get that break from that heat. So we look at the trend. We're doing this roller coaster ride, right? We're dropping over the weekend, going back up beginning of next week, and then going back down. And again, I think 105 might be pushing it a little bit here, but again, it's going to be fairly hot. Same trend for the mountains, just not as dramatic. You can see the drops in the temperatures, especially by Sunday, then a minor increase, and then down to the 70s by Friday of next week. Taking a look at the coast, all right, you got to do that, right? A little spike here on Tuesday, but then we're back down closer to normal by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. How about the chances for showers and thunderstorms? I think we'll see it again here going into your Saturday afternoon, but still starting off Saturday with some fog along the coast. So there you can see Saturday in the afternoon, Siskiyou, Modoc, and quite honestly, I think even Lassen County could see some isolated thunderstorms here for Saturday afternoon and possibly into the evening hours. We get another break from those thunderstorms, maybe a little bit of fog near Eureka, and that fog bank pushing closer to the coast, but dry. Sunday afternoon, there it is. You see how we're seeing the thunderstorms popping up in Siskiyou, Modoc, and not to mention Lassen counties. Now, these look to be a little bit stronger. Bottom line, if you get caught under any of these thunderstorms over the next few days, you're talking brief periods of heavy rainfall, potential for hail, gusty winds, and not to mention that lightning. Going into Sunday evening, still a little bit of activity out there for some of the mountains, but that should start to dry out and looks like some fog and mostly cloudy skies along the coast. The wave heights are actually dropping for your Saturday, so that is good news. No small correct advisories for Saturday. That may change though by Sunday. As you can see, those wave heights are going to be increasing by the second half of the weekend. So let's take a look at your marine forecast. Northwest winds at about 5 to 10 knots. Your waves from the northwest at 4 feet at 6 seconds, and from the west at 3 feet at 11 seconds. As mentioned, there are no advisories out there. Here's what it looks like tonight. You know, the last few mornings, temperatures have struggled to get out of the 70s, if at all, for the valley. In fact, even mid to upper 70s. So this is a nice relief. Yes, it's not cool, but it's a lot cooler than we've been experiencing here. And I do expect to see some slightly cooler temperatures for the higher elevations as well. So the heat wave, it's moving on out, and by tomorrow morning, you'll probably start to feel that. Now, looking at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast, no triple digits, 80s and 90s for your highs. Temperatures going up and down as we go into the next 7 days. Eureka, 63 for your Saturday, 70 in Blue Lake, 82 degrees for Garberville, and Alder Point, about 83 degrees. Kind of that flat line once again for the coast, mid-60s give or take, a little bit cooler by next week. There you can see your North Coast neighborhood forecast to the north. Temperatures back up in the low 90s for inland Monday, Tuesday, and then that dip in the temperatures. And that Friday temperature, by the way, that's probably not accurate. That should be more like the mid-80s here. Again, I'm going to take you back here. I want to show you that here. Let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. Yeah, that's a typo. That's not going to be going back up to 96. That should probably be more like 86, maybe even 85. I'll have to fix that, but you get the idea. It's going to be cooler by the end of next week. 89 for Gazelle, 87 for Weed, 92 degrees for Happy Camp, and 83 degrees for Tennant. There you can see the drop in temperatures by the end of next week. Here's your Modoc County neighborhood forecast, 88 for Canby, 88 for Calpines, and there you can see Tule Lake about 86 degrees. And for the eastern mountains, of course, that chance for showers and thunderstorms both tomorrow and Sunday afternoons into the evening hours. Temperatures going back up, and then they go back down again by Thursday and Friday. How about your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by NorCal Tractor? Well, this is nice. Look at that, Corning southward in the low 90s for your highs. It looks like we're going to be back up to about 100 degrees plus, though, by Monday, Tuesday, even into Wednesday, but then back down into the mid to upper 90s by Thursday, Friday. Take you up north. Lakehead, 96, 97 for Redding. Hey, we'll take it. We're breaking away from those triple digits. And we look at that 7-day outlook for Redding, but we're back up again Monday, Tuesday, back down again for Thursday and Friday.
At Cottonwood Small Animal Clinic and Cottonwood Veterinary Clinic, we're here to provide the best possible care for your patients. We understand that your pet is your family member, and when your family member is sick, they need urgent help.
All our staff is so passionate about the care that goes into all your little creatures. Making relationships with pet parents here in Cottonwood is the greatest feeling in the world. Come find us off the Gas Point exit here in the heart of Cottonwood.